Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kate Regbo. I'm here today to share with you some fantastic tips and discuss a fantastic book that I've been written to help you in difficult times. So, why am I here today? I'm here to take you through a journey. I've done chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Some chapters are no more available, so if you really want this, stay to the end of this. And there's a surprise I'll be telling you about, towards the end of this video. So watch it to the end, all right? Fantastic. So, for you who's watching today for the first time, please subscribe to Kato Show and please leave your notification so you don't miss videos like this. Listen, guys, life can be challenging, but the way you handle your difficulties will determine the outcome you get. It's the fact that the pandemic, which is COVID-19, has struck the world, the global world, in a way that many of us today cannot really handle it. But I must say to you that there are ways you can take, charge of your life even in difficult times. And that is what is bringing us to today's discussion, focusing on your goals instead of a what? Focus instead of dwelling on your challenges. So let me repeat that. It's focusing on your goals instead of dwelling on your challenges, which is chapter 7 of the awesome book Triumph in the Midst of Adversity. This is where the discussion of today will be coming from. It's chapter 7 of this book. Fantastic. So why is this important? Because many people are crumbling despite there is help for them out there. Many people are really going down the route of depression, losing their mind because things have become so challenging for them. But I must say to you that in a difficult situation, there are things you can always do to help yourself. And today we want to focusing on your goals instead of dwelling on your challenges. You hear me today. For you who is watching, is there a time in your life that your challenges have actually made you, forget about your plans, put it on the side, or for you to lose focus in life generally? Because this is something that can happen to someone in a difficult time if you do not have the right strategies to handle your difficulties, or if your challenges have become too overwhelming for you to handle. So listen, do not focus too much on what you are doing and forget where you are going. While focusing is great, you must be aware that in focusing on what you do, it is also vital you do not fail to understand why you do what you do. Oftentimes, people focus on what they do, what they are doing, and forget about where they are going. When this happens, it disrupts our journey, because when you forget where you are going, it makes you to remain in your comfort zone for too long. Are you someone who is there busy? You're busy doing everything, but you actually forgot where you are going. Because in the journey of our life, we must remember where we go. That's why, as an entrepreneur, the reason why you started a business is something that is vital in your entrepreneurial journey, right? So if you're starting a business, probably you want more time with your family, or you want financial freedom or more success, whatever your reason may be, please put it down. Because oftentimes people tend to forget the main reason why they started the journey. And when you forget the main reason that actually drove you to start a journey or your entrepreneurial journey, then you have lost a huge part of your course. Okay, so yes, and here was a bitter truth. The most pathetic person in the world is someone who has what? Who has sight but no vision. Guys, did you hear that? Successful people often practice goal setting as a common way of life. One of the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people, I would say, is that successful people persevere, are brave, and take every experience on board and advantage of situation. So are you there getting overwhelmed with the COVID-19? Please look for something to do. Don't wait until things normalize. I hear people say we're just waiting until things come to normal. Why are you waiting for something you don't have control over? Why don't you do your best under the situation? People have navigated the COVID-19. The lockdown is no more affecting many businesses anymore because people have navigated. They find a way out. But for you out there who is still waiting for COVID-19 to be over, thanks for watching. For it to be over before you actually, do those things you want to do, apply your strategies or to set your goals, then you must be making a huge mistake. So what I'm telling you today is to do what you can do now. All right? Don't wait until COVID-19 outbreak is over. I hope you're watching this show and you're enjoying it. Please subscribe to this channel and leave your comment underneath this video. Ask me any question. I'll be back here to answer you. Thank you. So, listen to this, guys. One of the difference, as I said, between people successful people and not successful people, I would say is successful people persevere, are brave, and take every experience on board and advantage of situation, right? As I listen to Sarah Reinstein, an American athlete, speaking on the title, My Crazy Dream, I heard something that truly inspired me. Watch this and listen to this. Probably it might, it might be inspiring to you as well. It might help you in your journey because indeed it helped me. She said, if someone asks to give her legs back, she doesn't think she would, take it, as the life she lived with one leg is better than, she would have lived with both legs. Did you hear this, guys? Listen, let me read it again. If someone asks to give her legs back, she doesn't think, rather, she would take it, as the life she lived with one leg is better than that she would ever live with both legs. This is powerful, as she lived a life that was underestimated. She used to hate her body, and once someone tells her she cannot do something, she goes ahead to do it. Now with sport, she loves her body, she loves her imperfection. Do you hear this? This is a lady who had both legs, and now she lost one leg due to one accident or the other. And now she's actually telling you and I that if someone offer her both legs, she wouldn't take it. Did you hear this, guys? Sometimes we go through situations and we actually take it, make excuses around our situation. We just stay in a comfort zone, we begin to feel sorry for ourselves. This is someone who lost one of her legs, guys. And she's now saying that she doesn't even think that if someone offer her a second leg back, did you hear this? That she was going to accept it back. Why? Because she has actually realized that the life she had lived with just one leg and the other one being artificial, right, is much better than the life she had lived previously before the accident. So you might be there today. You might be someone who have any deformity, either physically or mentally, or you have any challenges in your life now that is really stopping you. Listen, I pray that this woman's story today will empower you and take you away from where you are to where you want to be. You can become unstoppable by reading books like Triumph in the Midst of Adversity. Because in this book, not only did I share my life struggles and the 8 key strategies I've applied to handle my difficulties, but I also shared other people's challenges in this book and how they turned it around to something positive. Even the youngest millionaire in London, I shared his story here as well. This woman I'm talking to you about, there's another lady I shared her story that is going to transform your imagination, transform your mindset. Because the truth is that difficulties that we are going through is not what has kept us where we are. Everyone on earth have to go through one challenge or the other, whether major or minor. It's how we handle it, guys. I keep saying this, but people think, oh, Kate, you are just somebody that is super this, super. I say, no, it's not. Everybody can change. You can learn and unlearn. That is the problem. That is where we have to help ourselves, guys. Listen to this woman. For her to be saying that she doesn't even think she's going to accept her other legs back. This is someone who have one leg amputated, right? She's not telling you that the life she had lived with just one leg is much more better than the life she lived with 2 legs. So she don't want the second leg back. Unbelievable, guys. And this is a fact. You can check her out. Her name is Sarah Reinstein, and she's an American athlete, okay? So let's go on. Then, I want to say this now. Resilience is the key word to success. Why, on the other hand, unsuccessful people are so impatient in things they should be patient with, and patient with something they should not accept, such as lack, excuses, mediocrity. Listen, guys, what I'm saying here is this, that when you have the unsuccessful mindset, what you do is that you will feel comfortable, you are patient with lack. You are patient with things that you should not be patient with. When somebody with a successful mindset, when something is stopping them, they become impatient. They begin to look for something, how to change that situation, how to turn into positivity. But for someone with unsuccessful mindset, you just take it. Sometimes you say things like God's time is the best. Use words on limiting beliefs to keep ourselves in a comfort zone, and we stay there for so long. All right. So if you ask me, I would say that poverty is not about the lack of money and materialistic possessions. Did you hear this, guys? But rather has to do more with the mindset, one reasoning, and the way the poor perceive things and relate to life generally, right? Or situations. If you put your 2 individuals aside, one with a poverty mindset and the other with success mindset, after spending some time with them, I would assure you that I can point out the one with poverty mindset and the one who is not. Why am I saying this? Because we have been in a situation where we actually take, use our situation as a racket to keep ourselves in a comfort zone. For example, let me use myself as an example now. I have a daughter that have severe, needs. she have severe disabilities. By the grace of God, I'm believing God for the best for her, but now this is the reality. I have to support her with virtually everything. For some of you out there, with a child like this, you say, okay, you know what? This is how life is. I feel sorry for myself. I just stay in my comfort zone and don't do anything and say, oh, because I have a child, I have a need. But the truth is that because I have a child, I have more need than other children out there. I believe that I need to do more because my child is, is actually more expensive to manage, right? Compared to other of my children who have no challenges. So why am I saying this? Instead of using your excuses or your challenges to make excuses to make you more comfortable where you are, take it as an opportunity for you to do more for yourself, because that is what I believe. For instance, now my daughter needs some sensory equipment in her bedroom that are going to be costing about £4,000. For instance, let me just share that with you now. Okay, there are things I've put in her room already that I don't need to get that for my other kids. So why am I saying this? I could have said, oh, you know what, because I have a child, I have a need, I just have to sit down at home and just monitor my care for my child and do nothing for myself and feel sorry for myself and end up with depression. All right? But I refuse to do that because I believe that God gave me this child for good. The Bible says that the gift of God maketh rich and added no sorrow. I believe that God is watching watching at her, and I'm doing my best as a human being to support her, to make her better. But I believe that I need to do more to help her. Because the government cannot meet the needs of every child in this country. And especially when you have, I've not been fortunate to really get support from the system as other people, parents with special needs should have. So that even motivates me to even do more because I know that my child can get better. I just need to do more for her as well and continue to pray for her. The equipment I need now that's going to cost about 4K, if I have that equipment in her room now, I know that I'm going to see changes in her sooner or later. But I haven't got it yet. So this is what I'm telling you, that we need to do more for ourselves instead of living in the comfort zone. Sorry last week, guys, I didn't stream, I didn't upload. We moved house and I couldn't upload because the BT hasn't come to my new house here, and my unlimited data that I was relying on was so slow in this address as well, so I couldn't upload. So sorry about that. And it was, now with everything moving home to an unfurnished house, it's costing us a lot. So as I said, I'm now looking at getting 4K to buy equipment for my daughter. All right. So if you're one of my subscribers, one of my sponsors, those who are asking me, Kate, are you making money? You're giving us great tip, and you actually want to contribute to my daughter's sensory equipment, please inbox me or send me an email. It's info@triumphinthemidstofadversity.com. The thing is, I might not even take the money from you. If you really want to help, I can send you the link and see the one you can buy, and you buy, and you can forward it to our address. Okay. So thank you so much. All right. Fantastic. So why am I here? I'm actually here to help you in your journey, because life can be challenging, especially when you have, unsupportive families, that are making your situation worse, like myself. It can be really overwhelming, but I refuse to quit. I refuse to quit. Even when the system are not being supportive, I refuse to quit. I believe that I'll be the last woman standing. I'm going to stand strong for my daughter, for my children, and fulfill the dream that God have given to me and live a fulfilled life. All right. So let me go ahead now, guys. Because poverty is beyond having money and material possession. As a poor man with a poverty mentality will be guaranteed to remain poor. In contrast, the poor individual with success, riches, and wealth mindset has more chances of being wealthy. The poor man with a poverty mentality is always looking for excuses to be where he or she is. Doing the same thing and expecting a different result, guys, which is insanity, right? If you do the same thing and you expect different outcome, it's called insanity, isn't it? But we are not insane. So why do you want to do the same thing last year, a year before, and you're doing the same thing 2021, you want change in your life? No. For some of you out there, maybe what you need to do is to start reading books like this. You say, oh, I don't really have time. Is it time you don't have, or you need, management of your time? Or is there energy management that you need? Or is it stress management that you need? Look for what the issue is, because I always believe that when a cause of a problem is known, then it's half solved. All right. Know what is holding you back. Okay. Instead of making excuses around your challenges, because that's what I do for myself. Even as a coach, I get coached as well. All right. So for you out there who have no coach, it's a time you need to start thinking about having one. Instead of making excuses, if you cannot figure it out yourself, you need help with it, then I'm available. All right. If you contact me now, I'm available, but in 2 months I cannot guarantee, because everything, I have to look at my diary and look at my needs before I take anybody on. So if you want to do that now, you can inbox me, and my email is info@triumphinthemidstofadversity.com. But always get in touch with me, all right? If you want to do that, but now I'm available, all right? Thank you. I'm actually going to give a bonus, right? For someone who wants to be coached for 6 months, all right? I'll give you the price for 1 year for 6 months. That's 50% discount for the first 5 people that will get in touch with me. So if you get in touch with me, and you are number 5, because I'm not partial. So if you think you want to do it, you have to make your decision now, because if you are the 6th person, I'm sorry, I will not be able to take the 6th person now, because I have other projects I need to work on, and I also have family issues I need to address. Okay, so it's the first 5 people. I'll give 50% discount to coach you for 6 months. No, coach you for 1 year for the price of 6 months. All right? Okay, great. And what can I coach you about? It could be your self-esteem that you want to work on. It could be that you want to work on how to be resilient, how to handle difficult situations that get you overwhelming, how to handle, shock. Sometimes certain bad news make people to get into that situation where they get shocked and, lose confidence easily or begin to panic. So with me, you can coach yourself around relationship. As a life coach, any obstacle you have, I can navigate with you to go through it, all right? So if you want to do that, if it is your business, you want great ideas, I can do you a favor to add strategic consulting to your offer, because this one is strictly coaching. I'm giving offer, but also I could add you some few strategic consultation where I can give you expert advice, because as a life coach, we are not trained to give you advice, because it's not part of our requirements or part of our code of conduct as a life coach. Okay, according to the coaching academy and all the policies that we need to abide to. All right, but as a consultant, what am I saying? As a strategic consultant, I can give you expert advice to help in your personal life and in your business. For someone who you are beautiful, but you know that there's something that's in you make you lose confidence, or you you are well read, but you go for interviews, you are not really composed, you panic. I can coach you around that as well, where you can be so confident and so present yourself in a manner that what you are good to go. All right, so thank you very much. It's life experiences have given me all this knowledge. I know I've trained myself, but also some of these things are really life experience, because I know I've been coaching before I became a life coach. If you are not watching me for the first time, you would have heard that in my previous video. I've been coaching friends and family without even knowing what I was doing. That was coaching. That's interesting. So I believe it's a calling for me. So if you're genuinely looking for someone that really want to help you genuinely, then you should come to me. So what else now do I need to tell you? This fantastic book. Wow, amazing. Are you enjoying it? Please let me know what you have learned from today's discussion on this topic, focusing on your goals instead of dwelling on your challenges. And it's from triumphinthemidstofadversity.com. If you want this book in audio, maybe you're a lazy reader, you'll get on my website. My website will be back up soon. All right, it's www.triumphinthemidstofadversity.com. You'll get the audio version there. You will see the chapter 1 is totally free, so you can listen to the chapter 1 first. And if you enjoy it and you know this book is going to help you, then why not? Then get the entire audio. But if you want a copy like this, paperback like this, or Kindle version, then you have to get on Amazon to get your copy. All right, or you can also get it on Lulu, but it's slightly different version, but the same book. Okay, get on Amazon. It's Kate Uregu on Amazon rather, or Triumph in the Midst of Adversity. Whichever name you put, you see the book there. Okay, so however, let me tell you about myself now. The poor man with the poverty mentality is always looking for excuses, as I said. So where he or she to be where he or she is, doing same thing and expecting different results, which is insanity, right? I was once poor with success, rich and wealth mentality, and that made me succeed in anything I lay my hands. However, I moved to Europe and later to London. After spending some years, I realized I had developed the poverty mentality I am talking about here. Okay, so I developed that mentality as well. So if you are not true to yourself, then you will not help yourself. That's one thing I say to people. Even if you are lying to others, don't lie to yourself. I'm so honest to myself. You must know where your weaknesses are. You must know what your strengths are. Take advantage of your strength and work on your weaknesses. Don't dwell on your weaknesses. All right? That's what I do for myself. Some people think, oh, Kate knows everything. I don't know everything. All right? I don't know everything, but I learn a lot and I'm willing to unlearn. That's the difference, okay? So, guys, let's ride on. Are you with me? Let's go. Let's go, guys. So, however, when I moved to Europe, later to London, as I said, after spending some years, I realized I had developed the poverty mentality. I'm talking to you here. It is awful. I'm telling you, it is. All my positivity and determination to succeed were there, though, but was seeking what were there though, but was seeing limitations and was giving excuses. I must tell you, I was doing that. Now I ask myself this question now with the mindset I have now. I'm still Katie Rebu, but this Katie Rebu here now is not the same Kate that was living in Ireland, because my mindset has shifted. All right. So when I could not get a job in Ireland for a while, which was a general issue with the majority of Africans in Ireland at the time. It wasn't just myself. A lot of Nigerians in Ireland, Africans, were jobless in Ireland. I'm telling you this. No matter your qualification, with PhD, diploma, BSc, they were all doing school run, either doing taxi driving or security job if they managed to get that. A lady actually said to me, Kate, do you know, with all my qualification, with my part ACCA, I was actually begging for cleaning job. I couldn't get one. Oh my God. Anyway, let's not go there. That's for another day. However, the question I have now is, when I was not getting a job, despite my new BSc honors degree, because I went to Ireland and I did a second BSc with UCD, all right, which is one of their top universities in Ireland as well. But where did that land me, guys? That's why you must know the right environment to go to sometime. Pre-employment training, recruitment training, social media training, etc. I obtained when I got my residency permit in Ireland. Why did I not create my own company? However, what I could come up with was that I made up my mind to pursue a career as an employee and hoping to be self-employed many years to come. You can imagine. Besides, business was not on my plan then, as I was limited to my small environment. At the time, I have not gotten very close to my new friend. Guess who my new friend is? What my new friend? What's that my new friend? Anybody that knows, leave your comment below. If you know it before I tell you now, later on, if I see your comment before I actually tell you what this is, I will give you a giveaway. Tell me what my new friend is that I didn't know at that time. There's a giveaway for you. So tell me, because I'm going to be telling you soon. But if I see your comments appear before I say it in the video, then you'll get that giveaway. All right? To understand the power of what? Where I can do what, but I will come back to that. I won't tell you. I want to give you time to think about it. So be thinking about it now and leave it underneath this video now if you're watching me live. Before I started coaching, despite I have been coaching nearly all my adult life with amazing results among friends and families, I felt I needed to obtain some qualification, but not just from anywhere, but also from the best in the United Kingdom, if you know what I mean. Anyway, before I forget what I promised you guys, if you haven't left the comment now, I have to tell you what my best friend was at the time. Now that I didn't have at the time in Ireland. At the time, I have not gotten very close to my new friend, the internet, the Google, to understand the power of Google. You see what I mean? Where I can search for keywords and get fantastic results. So now you've heard what my new friend is that I didn't have then. I didn't know the power of Google then. Even though I do researches in the lab, I read so much, but you know, what you don't know, you don't know. Before I started coaching, despite, right, I have been coaching nearly all my adult life with amazing results. I'm repeating myself. Okay, let's go on. I felt I needed to obtain some qualification, but not just from anywhere, as I said earlier, but from the United Kingdom, which I had to search on the internet to get the top coaching courses, 5 best coaching courses, training. I was using different keywords, and I found the best coaching institute, which is what the Coaching Academy in London, where I have chosen to be trained. The world's largest training organization for coaching. Amazing, right? Fantastic. That is where I've trained as a coach, right? But I could have continued sitting there saying I want to be trained professionally as a coach and give excuses of not knowing where to go to obtain such qualification, but I took action. So for you out there, probably you are just, going around, all the ideas, you don't know how to put it together, and you are still doing the same thing. Why don't you get in touch so I can work with you one-on-one? All right, as I said, there's an offer for the first 5 people for me to coach you for 1 year for the price of 6 months. It's only going to be for the first 5 people. I mean this. For the 6th person, I cannot take you. All right? I can only take 5 people because I take the job that I can do. I look at my diary before I give off. I don't just give a job, take job because they're going to pay me money. I take job that can meet and exceed my demands, or your demands and my requirements and everything. I promise. Okay, so it's 5 people I can take this offer from. So if you're one of those people who want to take advantage of having a life coach, you have been doing these things yourself and you know that you can do better, but you don't really achieve those things you want to achieve, then get in touch. It's info@triumphindthemidstofadversity.com. I'll leave it here later on. Write it down, because so that you don't say, oh, it's because I didn't spell it, because I'm not going to take the 6 person. So let me take my time to spell it for you. It's info, it's INFO, right? At Triumph is TriumphInthemidstofadversity.com. Okay, so it's info, which is Indigo November Foxtrot Oscar at Tango Romeo Indigo Uniform Mike Papa Hotel, Indigo November Tango Hotel Echo Mike Indigo Delta Sierra Tango Oscar of Foxtrot Alpha Delta Victor Echo Romeo Sierra Indigo Tango Yankee.com. All right, so it's Triumph in the midst of adversity.com. All right, info at Triumph in the midst of adversity.com. Only the first 5 people will get that discount, guys. This is lockdown. Understand that things are challenging, and I know that a lot of people out there have so much potential, but they do not fulfill their potential. As statistics shows that 82% of the world population do not fulfill their potential. So I want you to help yourself by working with me so you can fulfill your potential. I don't live a mediocre life. I do not, live a life that will be feeling sorry for yourself and live in regret. Because the truth is that when several people who were close to the point of death were asked a question, what they have, what regret they have in life, they never said they desired to live in a mighty house or a dream car they didn't drive. Surprisingly, guys, do you know what the people said? Most of the people they asked at that point of death, they said they didn't do something they wanted to do in their life that they were really passionate about. That was their regret. So I don't want you to die of regret. I want you to live a life that is fulfilling. If you are there having a vacuum in your life, then you definitely need this. Okay? Get a life, maybe it's in your relationship. There are some people who are single and they say, oh, we do not have a man to marry. When you have how many billion men out there, why can you not have a man? Or you are a man, you say, oh, I've not met the right woman. Why can you not meet the right woman? What is stopping you? You might need a coach, right? So if you're that person, get in touch so you can work together with me for 1 year for the price of 6 months, which is 50%. Kate, are you actually doing this? This my offer today is a job of 1 year for 6 months. Anyway, I've said it, so I'm going to abide to it. So, but it's first 5 people, guys. If you are the 6th person, sorry, I'm going to turn that down, please, because I have family I need to meet. I also have other projects I'm working on. All right. So, Triumph in the midst of adversity. We have different departments. We have publishing. We have coaching. We have training, and we have also book writing as well. So I cannot take any job that we not have time for. All right, so that is why. Okay, not that I don't want to take you, but I don't want to promise what I cannot meet up, and I will not be working, giving you a mediocre service because of time. No, I just want 5 for that offer. All right, so if you're one of those people, get in touch. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your comments underneath this video. Thanks for watching. So guys, I want to give you an example of someone who were going through a difficult situation and didn't lose focus, because I say the title of today is focusing on your goals, okay, instead of dwelling on your challenges. There's this young man, which is now termed the Britain youngest millionaire. His name is Aske Ruparella. Yeah, a teen tycoon. Is now nicknamed Alan Sugar. Sir Alan Sugar, this is a nickname they've nicknamed this guy now. Had the challenges of having to care for his parents at a young age and at the same time schooling, but refused to be distracted by his challenges and make excuses but instead he built a property business when he was 17 years old, and at 19 years of age he became a millionaire, guys. Are you hearing me now? Listen, don't make excuses. Don't say, oh, it's because I'm going through this. That is why I'm not able to do this at all. You might be doing something that your challenges can actually slow down the pace at which you really